think AI is great to be able to generate ideas to write. And because our content creators are writing 20, 40, 50 at most articles a day, right? So it's super important for them that, the ideas are flowing, And AI is a great tool to use, but it isn't at the stage where it can replace the human.
What's the one thing you regret in the life the most? If you want to share.
I don't live with regrets.
How was the workshop, guys? There's no shortcut for making money online. It's only work. You need to work.
Hello everyone here, and I'm with Josh right now, head of development at Bazoom Group, and we are at Sigma Dubai.
Yes.
Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. It was great to see you. And you're watching Inside Hustler's Brain podcast, and let's talk with Josh. Josh, can you explain about your work at Bazoom in detail so my audience can know more about you?
Half an hour. Well, so we work with off-page SEO, specifically backlinking, but other different aspects of off-page SEO. We're also looking at new products such as Parasite SEO.
Parasite SEO, again.
Yeah. But primarily do fog. And basically we have different departments within the company to be able to streamline the activity of off-pages. So by having media relations, specifically making good deals with great sites, PBNs, focusing on no PBNs, quality sites, yes. And from there on, kind of moving it over to our content department. For us, it's super important to have, content that is written by actual people rather than having content that is written by an AI, for example. Yeah, because we see that it's super important that the content is both relevant to the site where we're placing the link, but also to our end user, the client.
But what I've seen, I was talking with Neil Patel, right? I was doing interviews with him, and he's saying, as long as AI content is helpful, and now the Google guidelines are there right now, they're saying, as long as the content is helpful, we don't care it's done by the AI or the human, as long as the content is giving it a value. They give it a value.
But at the end of the day, the AI content isn't there yet. Don't get me wrong. Soon, I believe it will be there.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you might be able to start off with, a rough draft of AI content.
Yeah.
But without that human touch, that assurance, that what you're actually providing high quality,
right?
It's nowhere. You can't just trust AI to write the content for you, publish the there has to be an assurance of quality, sure.
I think if you have a good human intervention in the content, like you have a proofreaders, editors, who are just going through the content, they are making sure the content is of a high quality, whether it's being created by AI, because I'm using AI content and it's ranking very well. We didn't see any kind of bad impact as long as right now.
Right now, right? But then you spoke about proofreaders.
Yeah.
Spoke about people looking through it, right? So yeah, still adding that human touch.
Yes, human touch.
We think AI is great to be able to generate ideas to write. And because our content creators are writing 20, 40, 50 at most articles a day, right? So it's super important for them that, the ideas are flowing, And AI is a great tool to use, but it isn't at the stage where it can replace the human.
Okay. Yeah. And what do you think about the backlinks in 2023? Do you think backlinks will only matter
don't only matter. They don't only matter, right? I think that's super important to highlight that when coming to a client that's speaking to us specifically and saying okay, I want to be page one SEO on Google. Yeah, I want to rank number one. If your on page isn't there, buying backlinks is like throwing money in the post. Super important. That's
right on page. Yeah,
exactly. And that's why what we do is we love to take a consultation when we start off with our clients. We have to be able to see from a perspective of, okay, do the keywords match? Does everything match? How does your site look? We take an audit of the home page on the site,
right? Just
to be able to make sure that what you're actually buying is going to generate value, rather than you buying links for 10,000
backlinks. Yeah, random backlinks.
Yeah, and nothing. When we look at backlinks, we look at a perspective that we want, 33% of the backlinks that we're suggesting on a monthly basis to be highly industry relevant. So if you're working with crypto, we want crypto sites. If you're working with iGaming, we want iGaming sites, etc., etc. If you're working with Windows, selling Windows, we want Windows sites about Windows. And then we're looking at 33% that is highly relevant to authoritative media. So we're looking at new sites.
New sites, yeah.
Yeah, something that, so we have a variation. So it isn't only necessarily, sites within your industry. And then we're also looking at your domain name, the 30.
Yeah, domain name.
So we're looking at is your name, I don't know.
It's brandable or
Exactly. So to try to be able to match the last 33% of the media to your specific brand name or domain name. We also, the way we kind of work is we love to suggest, you love to take the consultative approach rather than just trying to sell you as many links as possible. Yeah. For us, it's super important that what we suggest, we believe in.
Yep.
So we're looking at, low keyword difficulty, high vol.
Yeah.
We're not only looking at that, we're also looking at the trends, being able to see where we think you should be placing. And also we're looking at obviously listening in a consultative way.
Right.
But if you're coming to me and wanting to rank with $1,000 on best online casino, I'm going to tell you it's impossible. There's industry players that are investing.
Tough competitive niche, yeah.
Yeah, there are industry players that are suggesting or, allocating $50,000, $100,000 a month on backlinks for these highly difficult keywords.
Gaming industry, yeah.
Yeah, but then again, I'm not only saying the iGaming industry, right? Because we're looking at keywords on an individual basis.
Right.
We're looking for, as anyone in SEO, right? We're looking for high value, low keyword difficulty, so that we're able to rank and get that traffic and get the rank on those keywords, but by also being able to, give you the most bang for your buck.
Yeah, because it's very important. Like whenever I'm buying the backlinks, I will make sure I'm getting the good ROI, and these sites have like a basic organic traffic, and these are not like PBS. But I really hate PBS, who are giving massive links to all those software companies and all these because they're just giving the backlinks.
Yeah. So it's super important to actually audit the sites that you're getting.
Audit, yes.
Right. So we're not only looking. There's several metrics within the SEO world that can be manipulated.
Right.
DR can be manipulated.
Yes.
Traffic can't be manipulated.
Yes.
But we're still looking at it from a perspective of, many different metrics together, right? We're looking at trust flow, citation, trust ratio in the two. We're looking at spam score. We're looking at, are we having inclining or declining traffic on the site? We're looking at organic traffic, et cetera, et cetera. It's super important to have a high understanding of what you're purchasing before purchasing it, and that's why we prefer to work with people who are knowledgeable about it. So rather than having a direct client, for us it's a lot better to kind of take it from a perspective and look at it from a perspective of let's work on this together. Let's brainstorm. What keywords do we want to rank on? What do we think is a possibility? What's too far? And that's all regarding into budget. What geos you're trying to focus on? Are you looking at expanding? Are you looking at focusing on the geos that you are already in?
Right.
Et cetera, et cetera.
So do you think that spam score really matters? For me, I never check at the spam score. Sometimes I really, do you think it's really, really important metrics? As of buying back week?
I feel like when it comes to off-page SEO or SEO in general, that you hear something from this person and then you hear something.
Experts, yeah.
And everyone is an expert and everyone has different ideas. Obviously, if we knew exactly 100% that Google algorithms work, then it would be a no-brainer, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But at the end of the day, it constantly changes, and what's super important is to adapt and be able to adapt quick, right? And that's where we are, right? We're not looking at what works today might not work tomorrow. We were working a funny story and working with actually ranking on some energy comparison site, right? And looking at it from a perspective of 3, 4, 5 years ago, we had a client, and this client actually was ranking, had a competitor, and the competitor bought 1,000 Chinese backlinks for $10, and all of a sudden it was number one. That isn't the case today, right? So everything is constantly updated, and it's super important to maintain your knowledge and be constantly in the loop.
So my next question is that whenever you are buying the backlinks for your clients, what is the most important metric you will look? You will only look for the organic traffic, or
because I think there's several different metrics, right? There isn't one metric that's going to give you an answer. Obviously, if we're looking at the easiest metric to look at, it could be traffic, because traffic doesn't lie.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're looking at several different metrics to be able to have a good understanding of what sites we recommend and what sites we don't recommend. At the end of the day, we do list sites on our platform that we might not recommend specifically. But it's important to have, as I mentioned earlier, everyone in SEO has different ideas, has different things that they're focusing on. So therefore, it's extremely important that we still offer a variety. We're extremely flexible, right? We look at it instead of certain people love to work on off-page SEO and backlinks through strictly using our platform. Only want to work by themselves, don't want suggestions. There's some people that want us to come up with lists of media as a suggestion. There's some people that want us to take an even deeper dive and look at keyword suggestions, target URLs, where we should, how we should position, what anchor text we're looking at, etc., etc. So I think
anchor text variation is also very, very important. Like whenever I'm buying backlinks, I'm very careful with the anchor text variation.
Definitely. For us, it's super important with the flexibility, right? Understanding that what's important for the client is still important for us, but we're always going to give our 2 cents. We're always going to tell our consultative approach.
Giving you the right approach, how to make the best ROI out of it.
Exactly. So ROI is funny in SEO, right? It's also specifically speaking with marketing executives, CMOs, etc., etc. They always want a clear ROI, right? It's super important to understand that SEO is not PPC. You can't see exactly
ROI instantly.
Exactly.
It takes time.
It takes time, not only weeks, could take months and
months.
And it also is corresponding when it comes to the off page with the on page, right? So if your on page isn't on point, your off page won't do anything for you.
Yeah, because if your on page is really fucked up, I'm sure whether you buy hundreds of backlinks, high quality backlinks from news site, it's not going to work for sure. On page has to be strong. That's the first basic step in SEO.
Definitely. On page is key. If you're on page, don't buy backlinks if your on page isn't on point. And that's crazy for me who's selling backlinks to say don't buy backlinks. But
for sure,
it's super important to actually look at the on page, look at everything. And we love to help with this, right? So although we're not actually working with on page, we have several partners that do work that for, competitive pricing in the sense that we will take a look, audit, we will see, okay, on page isn't there. We'll we can either refer you to one of our partners or you can look at it by yourself and then come back to us. So we tend to refrain from people that don't know what they're working with.
Of course, it's very, very important, right? So Josh, where are you from?
I'm from New York originally, but I live in Copenhagen, Denmark.
And how does it feel to be here at Sigma conference in Dubai?
Amazing. We always love, Sigma always shows us love, so we show them love back. We love being here, enjoy the environment. Obviously, Dubai is an amazing city, so it was great.
Okay, what's the best piece of advice you have ever received in your life?
Oh, difficult question here. Money loves speed.
Okay, and what's the worst piece of advice you have received? The bad piece of advice.
Don't invest in crypto.
Don't invest in crypto. Okay, that's pretty good.
That was 2012, so 2011.
Okay, your favorite food?
Oh, that's difficult. I love a good pasta.
Good pasta. Your favorite city in the world for vacation?
I enjoy Bali. Bali's amazing.
Indonesia. Okay. And what's the one thing you regret in the life the most? If you want to share.
I don't live with regrets. I try not to regret anything, right? Everything is a learning experience, and therefore what it was something negatively that has impacted me has positively impacted my learning.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Josh, for sharing your journey on SEO, backlinks and all. I really appreciate your time here, man. To be very honest, I really appreciate it. And good to be see you in Sigma, bro. Good to see you in Sigma again all the time because every time, we meet in Malta and now we are in Dubai.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we'll see where it's next time.
Maybe in Barcelona. Let me see. Let's see. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. And if you want to check out Bazoom, I will drop the link in the video so you can have a look at it. And if you're interested to do business with Josh and Bazoom group, they're happy to help you out with backlinks. Thank you so much, Josh. Really appreciate your time. Bye-bye. Take care.